Hello everybody, it's SuffolkBlue, all the way from merry old England. How the devil are you? I hope you are well. Welcome back to New Seattle, welcome back to our SimCity Let's Play. What are we doing last time? If you remember, well, we plopped in the Arc de Triomphe and we did a few bits and pieces around the edges. Now, today I need to try and, well, I suppose, get some of these research projects done, ready for when we're about to lose power. Because I've got a horrible, sneaky feeling at some point we're going to lose power once all of these buildings start to come online. But we need to begin the push, we need to push on with those researchers. If you remember, we're upgrading our newly plopped academy over here. If we go and have a look, 4% until it gets to level 2. It's quite a way off. And our ordinary research is only at 77%, so that's continuing on as well. What can I do for you, Mr. Port? We should be taking advantage of the heavy rail in our city to ship freight. We'll connect the rail with a freight rail terminal. Not right now, I won't, because you're on the wrong side. What we need to look... Ooh, there's loads of different little options. Look at these. Whoops, Arc de Triomphe. Believe it or not, there are other cities who embrace the guiding hand of Academy. Bit of friendly rage with my counterpart in another city regarding just how much control net we can broadcast. If you supply facilities with more wealthy workers, we could build more control net facilities. I'm sure we can win. Whatever. I don't know quite how many I've got to do. The last record was 5,200 control nets per hour. So far you've transmit more control net than ever before. I don't know how to transmit control net though. Control net connected, so it is connected to control net now. Oh, well there's a thing I didn't know it was. Last time when we were playing it said we needed control net, but apparently we're now broadcasting it and it's receiving loud and clear over there, so perhaps we didn't need to upgrade quite so fast. Do you need control net? No, you don't need control net. Excellent. Well, it's working, anywho. Now, because we've got, therefore, that enormous surplus, 255 megawatts surplus, I wonder whether I can now knock down over here and maybe look at expanding the sewage or doing something over here with sewage. Because sewage... I wonder if I can... Can I cancel this research? Sewage sanitizer. I'm going to stop that research then. And I'm going to do the sewage one instead. Because we have got a problem with sewage, as we know. We've had a few backup problems where the old sewage was backing up. And the last thing we need is for that to explode everywhere, because that would cause some problems. I'm wondering then whether we can look at creating a freight terminal over here somewhere. I wonder whether we can do that. Like up the top here. Because at the moment then, if we've got all of this power... What if we were... What was that? Yeah, 134 excess. I wonder what would happen. Yeah, I wonder, with this freight terminal, I wonder whether we could fit it in at the top, because it's still within all of this area. Our big factories are coming online now. Our top... There we go, yes, our top tech factories are coming online. That's not a bad idea. What time is it now? 6 PM, so the sunlight's dropping. I wonder how much the energy this one produces. It's currently generating only 12.6 megawatts, which isn't an enormous amount. I think I'm going to do that. Do it. So we're going to save ourselves a bit of cash on having to support and administer that. That will see a drop in power, which it has, quite rightly. There it goes. Let's delete this little piece of road as well. Let's get rid of these. What's these? I wonder whether we should get rid of all of this and just come to here and just dezone it. There we go. Because I think we can put rail in up the top here. I really want to move you, Mr. Pumping Station. Where's my money? Where's my water, I mean? What have we got going on here? We've got a water pumping station. That's 44 and does 80 gallons. Which is quite a lot of water. But you can't... Fitting it in is a right pain, isn't it? I don't really want to put it behind there. Dirty sewage water at the top there. Yeah, it's quite difficult to find a place where it can sort of go comfortably. we could put it in there, I suppose, but oh well, we'll stick with a smaller pumping station then for now. I'm going to put that over here, which helps to pump. That control net will come online, and then what we can do, I think, is we'll delete this one. I'll do it. So water has stayed the same. It's not gone up, it's not gone down. So if we were to put in a cargo lift and shift thing over here, we need the cargo tray to do this, don't we? So it's this one. Now, that's a trade port, which can do trains, planes, and anything else that we wish it to do. It doesn't tell me that, and I'm not quite sure at what point. See, I could put it at the edge, but will the trains be able to stop there? Don't know. Should we do it? Right, that's in. Right, here we go. And this is a freight rail terminal. Oh, it does! Because it comes beside it, look. So it can go really close. Oh, let's put that in. Boom. So now we've got a freight terminal in. So we can have... yeah, we can have that coming in. Let's add... what else do we need to add? Well, we need to put a sign on it, as always. There we go. And we don't need to do anything with the rail, because it's already there, so we don't need to move it or do anything with it. Doesn't need any more trucks, I'm pretty sure of that. We could do freight. We only get one of these, though, again, because of the way we've placed it. Although I thought it might have expanded out. Not approved, not approved, not approved. We've got processor storage, computer storage, and television storage. We don't have plastic, not approved. So we can ship freight, which we've already got a freight yard anyway. So I think we put processors in. Why not? Not enough simoleons. What? How much money have I just spent then? I thought I had hundreds of thousands of pounds. Ooh. What's happened over here then? What's going on with our... City is broke. Hold on. What is going on? How did that happen? Speed up controls until you have disabled. That's working. Is it because we've just bought a load of stuff, maybe? Pass a bond measure, increase taxes, turn off some buildings. I'm sort of a bit surprised. I don't quite know how that occurred. Because I thought I had loads of money and suddenly I have no money. So what happened there? Well, we need to have a look at our... We need to get rid of this just for a second. We might take out some bonds. Pass a bond measure. Alloy, so we spent 4.8 monthly transactions, monthly profit and loss. Yeah. So I wonder what happened to all that money. What did I just spend it all on? 300,000 in one hit, maybe. What did I just purchase? I bought. I changed research over here. I wonder how much that cost. Already at 65%. That might have been quite expensive then, maybe. Either way, we're in a spot of bother. That's only going to have us per hour. That's going to give us 2 hours worth. Is that enough to sell some processor chips in that time? Might be. There is some in stock here. So, and then we could look at paying it back. So I'm going to do that. Okay. Yeah, it's got 1,000. We just need somebody to come in and pick it up, and that would get us the money that we need. I think for the time being, global marketplace. I'm going to take off these ones, and that's still exporting. That's fine, and this one. So we're not importing anything. That's going to help maintain that a little bit. We've got to keep an eye on that. When you're running a budget based upon trade and not based upon anything other than trade, you really have got to watch out for that. 125,000, there we go. So now if I come in here, I'm going to do that and sell that back. But we are going to need to get... What's up with your processor chips? Hello. We're building up some extra alloy and plastic. Let's expand our operations, shall we? No thanks. we've got plenty of resources for them to be working with. So, got to be careful when you're running a city based upon trade as your main source of income, as opposed to taxation, and you're running a budget deficit down here. You have got to keep a goodly eye on what's happening over there. Culture, why are you tourist? I don't quite know what it's telling me. What's that say? No mass transit system. Well, we can't have a transit system because I didn't pick mass transit as my specialisation. So tough luck. University, yes. It has many ways to expand. Let's take a look at the editor. No thanks, done already. Right. Whew. So money is still dropping. We need to sell some more processors in a minute. Almost at the 1,000. So that's all working very, very well. What was I doing before that? Yes, so over at the train stop over here, what we don't have is anything to sell. But there's the trains coming through. So on this, can I create... We're already selling processors. Storage 10,000 crates, computers, and TVs. There we go. So now we have processors in place. I have got space still for a water treatment plant in the end over here by the looks of it, which is pretty good. Or I could put in some factories, but I probably won't do that just yet. We need to finish... I think we need to increase... Oh, let's have a look at the traffic down here. Oh, look! Park and ride. This is the other thing we did. Full, look at that, maxed. Maximum number of people using it. That's as many cars as we can get off the road as once. There we go. So we've got the sewage sanitizers now been improved. So over here, if I come to how much is the sewage sanitizer before we do anything? Okay, there's nothing there. So let's come to our city and have a look at sewage. And then have a look at the size of the sewage sanitizer to get an idea of its scale. I mean, it's a whopper, isn't it? And it's not going to fit in that little teeny tiny space. What we would have to do, potentially, I think, is to destroy this here, which is not producing, again, that much electricity, so I think we can do that. Saving a little bit of money there, just because we're not going to be maintaining that. Excellent. I'm going to knock down these roads along here. And then what we can do is we're going to build the road. What sort of road would it have been? It's going to be one of these roads. It's going to be a road. Oops, got a kink in that. That's no good. Look at that. What a rubbish road. Didn't do that very well at all. Come back to here. There we go. There we go. So that's done there. I think, as far as the sewage is concerned, how much control net? 1,450. Does it say how much control net I have? Currently transmitting 5,200 at 10.5. So we need... we can do another research project, which I think is what cost us so much money last time. It only cost 5,000. Interesting. This actually costs 40,000 though, so we're not going to buy this yet, because what we need to see first and foremost is our processor chips need to be sold. Because we've got to get ourselves back in the black. We've got our metal coming out from here. Let's have a quick peek over here. I wonder if I could make this metal go out of here rather than chips. How much metal have we got? We've got enough, 10 out of 20 tons. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff coming out of there. But you can't have a metal, like I'm not allowed to have a metal, coal, crude oil, raw ore, or metal, but you can't have another one. Commercial division to a metals HQ in the region, or metals division and a trade HQ active in the region. So you must have a commercial division to a metals HQ, which we don't have. So we can't have that. We can only have one of them, which is in place over here. Sewage sanitizer researched. Thought we just done that. Shared with the entire New Suffolk region. Okay. 13. Let's put in... I'm just thinking about the best place to put in maybe some more industry, or whether what we sort of do is look at using this part down here a bit more for industry, which at the moment I know we're dealing with trash, and I don't want to take up that extra capacity that we've got down here at the moment and lose that. I could turn this down here, maybe. I mean, these are still pretty good. It looks very pretty at night though, the city, doesn't it? It looks pretty. So we've got some more processor chips in here, and we've got some more being made. So hopefully very soon, all of that will be sold and we'll be fine. I think we'll probably have to leave this alone then, because there's not a lot I can do with it. What I do need to do though, I think, is on the next route, I don't know how much this costs to maintain, but it takes 26.3 gallons an hour, which is nowhere near the same as that one. So what is our sewage treatment? How much do we need? We're treating 100%. Advanced filtration technology allows the direct conversion of wastewater into potable water. Grab a glass and don't worry about the ground pollution ever again. So this basically cuts down ground pollution. It's 500 an hour. That's 400 an hour. Max sewage treatment rate 52. 26. So we did 500,000 simoleons in trade. Obviously we've just done another bulk load of trades there. Yeah, it's a good question. How am I going to do this, really? Well, I think we can put in... Well, actually, look, it does... You have all these extra tanks that we could put on the side as well. Ooh. Okay, let's just pause this for a second. Pause. Right, I'm going to do it, because we've got to come up with this new modern technology stuff. Okay, well that saves a bit of money as well. Okay, let's go to sewage. Sanitizer. It needs to go there. Close that down. We have 80,000. These tanks cost... These are 20,000 tanks. So we don't want to do too many of these. But it hopefully will sort out the ground pollution. Let's re-kick it off. Sanitizer, sewage sanitizer. Don't be alarmed that workers aren't showing up here. The tech here is operated remotely by the Academy somewhere in the region. Workers at the Academy and ControlNet facilities connect to this tech via ControlNet, the Academy's exclusive wireless quantum computing network. Maintain a strong signal to keep your tech working. More Academy workers means a stronger signal. Okay. So it's not telling me yet. What? I don't understand how you can have not enough ControlNet. Is that because you guys are currently transmitting 6,080 ControlNet, which is the correct amount of ControlNet? So I don't understand why you've decided to say there's not enough. Well, there clearly is. Sewage processed working but dumping sewage. I don't understand why. You've got all the ControlNet you need. Maximum capacity 2,700. I have to say, I do find this ControlNet stuff quite odd then, because if it says I've got enough here and I'm only transmitting 5,000, what was I transmitting? 5,288 ControlNet. Yeah, you see, it's odd. I'm going to put in anywho, because I've decided it's a good idea. I'm going to put in some housing down here, along here. There we go. And we're going to turn this hopefully into some quite high wealthy individuals. Transmit more ControlNet than ever before. We've just done that. Sewage problems. I'm not so sure about this ControlNet malarkey, you know. But it should increase our water supply, because what we're doing is we're pumping water back. Control net connected. There we go. Treating sewage perfectly normally. It took a while to get that going though, didn't it? And there we go. We can see now the machine's stirring up the old sewage and turning it into pure water. 21, 22. I don't know how much. I might have to build another. In fact, I will, I think. There we go. Sewage process, 23 gallons. Let's look at our sewage rate. Yeah. Capacity is 78. We need 124.8. So I'm going to put another one in. And how much does this give us? 26. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So once those will both come online, which they will do shortly, hopefully, it will help with the processing. But the good thing is we're not producing any ground pollution from sewage. That's the point. 52.5. Capacity 52.5. Ooh, what's going on here then? Spencer's 1,000 an hour. Control net connected 5,200. So the more of these we add, ooh, the more control net we need to produce. Is that correct? Control net 1250. Ooh, dear. Treated 115%. So how do we increase control net here? It doesn't say at the moment how much we need. Currently transmitting 10500. And only 50. I don't understand why it's only 52.5 gallons if each one of those, if each one of these is 26.3 and the original itself said that it was going to be 26.3. I sort of don't. Oh, that's what they're saying. There hasn't enough control net for those two. You have enough control net for you, I assume? Running on battery power, okay. Funny stuff. Very funny stuff, this whole control net. Let's just take off this to start with. Funny stuff. Cool, that's a house and a half, isn't it? Very, very rich. The Schneider estate. 10,500. Currently transmitting. I don't think there's much of a correlation between what's being transmitted and what's being used, and that's the thing that I find quite strange, as in it's not obvious what the control net is. Control net 1250 apparently, and now there's not enough power, but I don't get that when apparently, according to the Academy, it's pumping out 10,500 when only $5,000 is being used over here. 5,200 control net controlled. 105 gallons, which is correct. That's the maximum capacity. Not enough at the moment to handle all the sewage, I grant you, but it's the maximum capacity. Whereas over here, apparently, you don't have enough control net. Don't get it. All very odd. All very odd. I think the only thing we really have to focus on is, I think, increasing this and getting us into producing more control nets. So we're going to put that on, I think, because that's odd. What do you want? Hello. Tea time. My watch broke. No, I'm not building Big Ben. That's not happening. What's wrong with you? Global our exports are outpacing our imports. If you import more resources from the global market, it will make it worthwhile. Well, no thanks, not at the moment. So, what have we got? We've got plenty of plastic and plenty of metals in there. We've got plenty of money going out. We're now back at 125,000, which is good. You're still struggling with your research, which is bizarre. You apparently don't have enough control net, even though you absolutely do. Well, what do you want? Clean up your act, reduce pollution. I'll do it. Receive one more truck from the global market of any resource. Oh, we can do that easy enough. But not until we get some more money. So, yeah, today then, it looks like I've screwed up our sewage system throughout not really knowing what I was doing. I don't understand, though. How much more do I need? Treated 100%. So it's got all of the control net it needs. I'm going to put that on there. That on there. That there. Not anymore. So with a bit, I don't know how much control net this is going to take in total. It's going to need control net required 8950. 8950. Now that might have broken it, because I don't think he has enough, definitely enough for him now. But I think at least our sewage works would have been sorted out. And producing water. And it's pumping 105 gallons of water per hour. So if I go to have a look at our water supply, yeah, we've got plenty of water coming back. So part of me says that I could look at destroying things like this, which cost 400 an hour, and are only pumping sort of not even that amount of water. And actually we could look at getting all of these up the top here as well. Each of these are costing 100 an hour, and starting to use control net to save us some money. I think we definitely will delete these ones, because I don't think I need them. So I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. So that will save us a bit of cash, not a lot, just starting to save us a bit of money, taking us down to 12,000 per hour loss. Are there any more around here in terms of water supply? Yeah, there's two down here. We'll get rid of these as well. And there's one here. So, from a water point of view now, we're down to 85.7, which is plenty of water. We've reduced air pollution, apparently, which is good news. You have all of the control net you need, but you're only doing 105, apparently, although you should be doing you should be doing nearly 200. So I don't understand that at the moment. It takes a little while for all of these to come online, doesn't it? I think that's the key. If I speed up. See, control net. Not enough control net. I don't get it. Don't understand you. Although it says control net connected 8950 in the green. So I don't get it. An advanced building or module is not functioning because it doesn't have a connection to control net. Plop Academy control net facilities or provide the Academy or control net with wealthy workers. Well, I sort of have increased the amount of wealth over here, I think. We're now at 91 out of 200. But their density is quite small. I wonder, can I upgrade these roads? Upgrade. See, it's a maximum. So I don't really know what else I can do with that, really. Quite odd. Quite odd. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what's going on with control net. I think I've broken my city. How are you doing? 84%, so they're still humming along trying to get there. What's you on with you with processors? SuffolkBlue, the tech sector is booming in the city now that we've established an electronics HQ into space. Why not use all this and create a space center in the region? I might do, but not just yet. Not just yet. Well, we have decreased our costs somewhat. We just haven't been able to be very successful in getting any of this to work. Our control net facilities apparently are not enough, even though, as far as I can see, we should be transmitting, so I don't get why we're not. It's difficult to know what it's doing, to be fair. 71,000 an hour. We are selling processing chips, though. We do need to make sure that we've got plenty of everything. We've got no alloy coming in there, so we need to manage some global delivery. I'm going to import again. And plastics, 60,000. We haven't got any more buses. That's not going to happen. But we have to look towards, I suppose, I don't know, increasing the academy. We need more wealthy people, is what we need. I'm not really sure. I wonder if can I update that road? Maybe that would help with some of the things down here. Upgrade you, medium, high. Medium, high. Medium, high. There we go. Well, we've upgraded them down here. That hopefully will have an effect. I'm just seeing whether we were going to... I haven't seen any lorries come through. Control net not so good. Well, we've sold those processor chips. I think what I'm going to have to do is try and understand what's going on with control net. Because we're simply not processing anywhere near the sewage I would have expected if we were fully connected. It doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, buggy. Or something's not right. We've almost got a maximum. I would expect to have far more than that. Producing 132. It's because these don't have control net, apparently. I don't know. We'll have to look into it. We'll have to see what's going on. I think that's going to do it for today. There are other... if you have liked this video, or if you've got any suggestions about ControlNet, please tell me, because I am nowhere near an expert when it comes to some of these modern technology things. If you've liked what you've seen, leave a like. Any comments, obviously I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. If you're not subscribed already, do subscribe to my channel, and check out the other stuff which is going on my channel and on my other subscribers as well. Until next time in New Seattle, next week, when hopefully I'm going to try and play around with some of this and see whether we can get it fixed. You take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.